Alright guys, let's try this again. I wonder how long I talked to my camera and I realized it wasn't going. I'm going to work on my wood pile today. Like that's cut most of the way through. This one it's a little short for my log stack, so I'm going to cut him up for firewood. There's another smaller diameter piece with the bark missing, but I'm gonna be playing with the 462 on this and getting you guys some footage of that. It needs to get ran. I gotta finish cutting this stuff up. I wanna work on getting some of that cleaned up. I don't want to completely smoke through all that because I got some other footage with littler saws I want to do some testing on. I might finish cutting through some of this, and the lower half I might salvage some firewood out of that. I don't know if I'm going to get to these pieces today. That one that's loaded with metal, I'm done dinking with that one. I'm probably, when I get to it, I'm probably going to just tip it over, find one of the other cuts that's midway through it or whatever and finish it to get it in two sections, and that one will be going out and getting dumped on a burn pile. That thing's killed so many chains. I'm over that piece, that's for sure. But I'd like to save this littler one here for some testing I got coming up. I'm hoping, I only got my little tractor here today, but I'm hoping I can get this one on the log pile and the rest of these cut up. Yeah, there's the kids' duckies. But I wanted to talk a little bit too. Here's the chips from that 750 57. This is the softer type wood pile over here. But as you can see, that thing was you know, that chain was a hungry chain. It you know, that chain was no joke. That was really set up to cut. And when I was cutting through this stuff with that same chain, this is all like maple, oak. There's some ash. I think that's a piece of ash right there. There's some ash in here too, but this is all littler stuff, but it's all hardwood. It's not softwood. And this pile over here was mostly softer type wood. Like that's a piece of poplar. This is a piece of cottonwood. And when you're running a super grabby chain like that and pulling chips out like that, you can actually work the saw harder in this type stuff than like what I was cutting on over there, like that last cut I did on that rock hard oak. But I had a couple people thinking the saw was low down on power. That saw is not. That 757 is not. Didn't feel low on power to me. When I first started out, it was bench tuned off from the bench. It was super fat, and I cut that log that was here. I cut some of that up, getting some good cylinder temp in there, and then towards the end there, I kind of wicked it up a little bit, and it's still on the fat side. I could still go a little bit leaner, but being fresh build, I'm a little leery too, and it's like, you know, it's running good, so why risk, trying to squeeze everything out of it right from the get-go. But the logs that were here that I already picked up, that one I did the undercut on, and it was sounding, I had my knee, I don't know if you guys could see in the vid, I had my knee underneath that saw, and I was really putting up pressure on that upcut, and it was actually cutting through another piece behind that. And then when I cut this cut right here, I forget who it was, somebody commented saying it was cheesewood. This is not cheesewood. This is rock solid seasoned red oak. It just don't have the bark on it, but this stuff is, you can't even drive a nail into it. That's not cheesewood by any means. And when I did, this was the same cut that I did. When I cut that, the bumper spikes were engaged and I was hossing on it pretty good. I typically like to test the torque of what a saw's got, so that's why I did that. But here's the toy that we're gonna be playing with on the wood pile today. Yes, those are clamp-on bucket forks. When I got my little tractor here, my forks are on the big one. I use these. It's not the greatest to try to move logs around. You really lose a lot of lifting capacity out on the end of your bucket like that, and it's really hard on your bucket. But I was able to, stack these logs up here with them with that little tiny TC21D, so I'll take it. Did I work the tractor? Oh yeah, I worked the tractor. It's not like my big one. I think I could pick 3 of them up with my bigger tractor, pretty close to 3 of them. 2 for sure. But all right, I'm gonna pause you and then get this thing warmed up, and then I'll bring you in for some wood cutting. Sorry for me blabbering on here. All right, guys, I guess I'm gonna let you see a cold start on this thing. This thing has been started since whenever the last video that I made with it, and it's all dusty from all that body work I've been doing. But so let's see how this thing cold starts. Alrighty, guys. I'm really liking how that saw is starting to come around. Show you the chain on it. I don't know if you can. I think that's 25 degrees if I remember right. Rakers. I think the rakers are down 35 on this one if I remember right. It's been a while. So still think about adding another outlet on it, but I don't know, it's running good. I like it. Smooth saw. So I'm going to stop this video here. I'm going to get moving this stuff around that I just cut up, and probably make a different video. You guys have a good one.